There's 100 grams or so of cheddar cheese through there, 225 grams of self-raising flour with some baking powder, 50 grams of butter. So we just rub that together until you get a fine breadcrumb. So you just get your wild garlic. Now, don't really weigh that much usually, so I'm kind of like grab a handful, chop a handful, add a handful. Seems to work, doesn't. So we just chop that up quite finely. That's your basic dry mix. I'm just going to add some sun-dried tomatoes. Sun-dried tomatoes give it quite a nice little sweetness to the scone. So just pop those in and then add the milk. So it's 140 grams or millilitres of milk through there. And just give it a good old mix. It doesn't need a lot of mixing. Just bring the dough together. You can use a knife, palette knife, but it tends to come together better with your hands. And then you just tip that out onto your floured surface. And then you can roll it out with your hand. And then I'm using that size cutter, but you can go as big or as small as you want to, it's not a problem. And then probably just maybe a couple of centimetres high for baking. Pop those out. This recipe I'll make about 6. So then you just pop them in the oven, quite a high heat, up to about 200 maybe, depending on your oven. A fan oven I would say 200 degrees. Brush them with a little bit of milk to give them a little bit of glaze as well. I'd say between 12 and 15 minutes, depending on how hot your oven is. We have had success